Hey guys, it's Sakina from The Functional Plate, your favorite nutritionist. I'm on a mission to teach over 1 million people how to have a healthier relationship with their food. And in today's episode, I'm sharing with y'all a little recipe I recently learned. It is a all-natural, very simple to do red cabbage sauerkraut. And so as you can see, I've already chopped up 1 head of cabbage. I laid aside the bigger or larger leaves. That's very important because you're going to use them later. I need to wash them first, but we are going to use these later. I have a little bit left over. I'm going to put this in the juicer and make myself a nice juice for later tonight. But this is what I have here. The majority of 1 head of red cabbage. And next we're going to salt this and massage it, which is what causes the cabbage to shrink and release water, which starts the process of fermentation. So if you want to see the process and learn this simple to do, easy recipe for a gut-friendly sauerkraut, stay tuned. Okay, so the next step is to take half a tablespoon of Himalayan salt, and the true measurement is you want to do 3% salt to weight of the cabbage. I didn't weigh the cabbage. Honestly, I'm just going off of what I learned in the class that I attended, and I think she used about a head of cabbage for the one that she was doing. So I'm gonna I have some Himalayan salt here, and I'm just gonna sprinkle this all over the cabbage. And then while I sprinkle that, I'm also going to massage it in, and that's what we're gonna do, because this is going to help draw out the water of the cabbage. So once I've sprinkled the salt, I'm gonna put more. Why not, right? Here we go. All right, so I got the salt in there, and now it's time for us to massage. We're gonna massage this for a while. I mean, when I was in class, they had that girl massaging that for at least a good 5 minutes. So we're gonna massage it for a good 5 minutes or so, and watch as the water is released from the cabbage, and this is all blended. Once this is made, you're going to put it in a jar and cover it with the leaves, and you want to let it ferment for 5 days before eating. And you do it outside the fridge. So fermentation outside the fridge for 5 days, and then it'll last for up to 2 weeks in the fridge. All right, guys, so I've been massaging this for a good 5 minutes, and I've already eaten a few bits and pieces, but look at that. It's gotten a lot juicier. It's reduced down in size quite a bit. That's just because the salt is doing its job and water is being released, and so it's shrinking. But also, if you just taste it how it is right now, it's very good. So this is what it's gonna look like. Our next step is adding the last seasoning. We use caraway seeds. This is my first time actually using caraway seeds, so that's the next step. All right, so the next step is we're just gonna put this in a jar. There are other fermentation contraptions. If you have one of those, you can use it, but I'm gonna use a mason jar. That's what I was taught was like the easy way to do it. And it might just be easier for you to use my hand. It's making a big mess, so. Mason jar it up. Push it down, right? We're gonna make sure it's pushed down. And then at the very end here, we're gonna take one of our leaves. I just washed off one of these leaves. And we're gonna use this to help seal it while it's in the jar. So it's ripping a little bit, but we're gonna use that as a sealant and push it down. And then we're gonna put the lid on it. And we're gonna repeat that with our second jar. So this is what jar number 1 looks like.
A few moments later.
All right, so one of the things I'm most excited about with this particular sauerkraut is that it's made with red cabbage. Red cabbage is packed full of antioxidants, all these anthocyanins, which are the red antioxidants. Those anything with blue and dark blue hues and purplish hues, they're going to give you the potent antioxidant benefits. That is the anthocyanins. I hope I'm pronouncing that correctly. It smells quite tangy, but I don't see any mold, so I feel a little safe. I do have the next 2 days off, so if this leads to food poisoning, I have some time to recover in my apartment. But let's go ahead and try this. Let's take a look. Yum, yum. You can see some of those caraway seeds there. Yum, yum, yum. Now we go. Doesn't taste spoiled. That's my biggest concern, you know, making my own fermented, there's a dog here in there, my own fermented vegetables. I'm a little afraid of, I've never fermented anything before. It's my first time fermenting anything, and I was a little afraid. I'm not gonna lie, but I was doing some Googling, and I was seeing people say that it's very rare that you're gonna get any kind of botulism from vegetables. There's a fly, get away. Okay, so I like it. When I went to the class, the teacher informed me, the chef informed us that these should last about 2 to 3 weeks in the fridge. So I plan to have a little bit every single day. Ladies, this is that gut friendly bacteria and probiotics that your body needs, you know. That's gonna give you the flat belly. You're looking for a flat belly this summer. You need to include more of these fermented vegetables, sauerkrauts, yogurts, kefir, those types of things. That's going to really help with just feeding your gut the best bacteria possible, which decreases gas, which decreases bloating, and it increases the number of good bacteria. You want to increase the good bacteria and decrease the bad bacteria. I'm ready to pop open this other jar, and I'm going to put this in the fridge as well. Oh my God, the flies are coming in. The door is open. I like to have the patio door. Ooh, you hear that? I like to have the, oh, here it goes. There it goes. Whoop. There it goes. Whoop, there it is. I like to leave the patio door open when the weather's nice, and it's a really nice day today. So now the flies are coming in. Let's take out this leaf. This leaf is not molded or anything, so it just gives me so much confidence. And once again, this has only been in here fermenting for 5 days, so, and it's a raw vegetable. The salt helps to preserve it, and then the acids, the acidity, the high acidity is what also helps to preserve the vegetables and keep them from molding. But super easy fermentation project. You don't have to use any vinegars. That's what I really liked about this one, is that you don't have to do anything fancy to get this done. It's really simple. Salt and cabbage and caraway seeds for flavoring, and you got yourself some good homemade sauerkraut. If you like this video, be sure to give it a thumbs up, and remember the benefits of your healthy probiotics are so vast. So make sure you are feeding your gut the healthy bacteria, getting your good vegetables in. This will go great as a topping for like a rice bowl, salad, whatever, for breakfast with a soft boiled egg. That sounds really yummy to me right now with some avocado. But yeah, there's a lot of different ways you can use this. Drop me a comment below in the comment box if you have any questions about the process, and I will see you guys next time. Bye.